You ever notice how the world has a funny way of slowing down right when you're in a hurry? There you are, cruising down the highway of life, or maybe just Route 66. And suddenly every lane, every single one, seems to agree on the exact same speed. Doesn't matter if the limit says 70. Doesn't matter if the sun is shining and the road is clear. Nope. Every car forms a kind of slow-moving parade, and you didn't sign up to be in it. And in that moment, you feel something familiar. Not frustration, not quite boredom, but a sense of being stuck. There's a strange rhythm that happens out there on the freeway. All the lanes, without speaking, without planning, fall into a kind of sleepy synchronization, like a flock of birds that forgot it could fly any faster. And you sit there, pacing alongside strangers you'll never meet. Left lane, right lane, middle, doesn't matter. You press the gas a little, but the world around you presses back. The road isn't blocked, but the people on it create a cage without walls. And as you sit in that moving stillness, you can almost feel time stretching out. Minutes become long. Your mind becomes restless. You start to wonder, is this it? Is this how the rest of my drive is going to be? Funny how that same question shows up in our lives. We settle into these patterns. Same people, same conversations, same routine. And before long, every lane of our life starts matching the speed of the slowest thought. We don't call it a traffic jam. We call it normal. We call it responsible. Some even call it adulthood, but I call it sleepwalking. But stay long enough in that rolling gridlock, and something magical happens. A flicker of space in the next lane, a whisper of room just wide enough for your car and your courage. Most people won't take it. They'll stare at it, think about it, and by the time they decide, it's gone. But sometimes you feel that little fire inside the chest, the one that says, go on now, slide in there, see what happens. So you check your mirror, you signal like a law-abiding philosopher, and you guide your way through that sliver of possibility. You take the opening that wasn't promised, and just like that, the whole road ahead is empty, not just clearer, open, wind in your lane, sky above your thoughts, room to breathe, room to choose your own speed again. And the question washes over you like sunlight. Why was everyone going so slow? Now, friend, that moment on the road, that's more than traffic behavior. That's life whispering one of its quiet truths. You are not stuck, you are surrounded. Most of us live inside a pace we didn't choose. The people around us, good folks, well-meaning folks, set the rhythm. Co-workers who've stopped looking for purpose. Friends who repeat the same stories. Communities built on comfort rather than curiosity. And without realizing it, we match their speed. We sink to the slowest fear in the room. We drift into the choreography of the crowd. But here's the gentle truth. Just because everyone around you is sleepwalking doesn't mean you have to dream their dream. There are openings, tiny shifts in routine, small acts of courage, quiet choices that say, I will not move through life on cruise control. People think transformation begins with a grand gesture. But more often, it begins with something as small as a lane change. A moment where you decide to read instead of scroll, to walk instead of rush, to call someone who nourishes your soul, to say no to the noise and yes to the whisper inside you. A moment where you pivot, gently, firmly, away from the crowd's momentum and toward your own. And the beautiful part, when you make that first shift, The world that felt crowded suddenly becomes spacious. Opportunities appear that were there all along. Ideas you forgot you would start humming again. Life doesn't just feel faster, it feels yours. That's the freedom of finding your own speed. You're not racing, you're not escaping, you're simply returning to the rhythm you were always meant to move in. Sometimes I think life is less like a highway and more like a mirror. It reflects our hesitations, our habits, our hidden assumptions. When all the lanes feel slow, when every path feels the same, it's usually not the world holding us back. It's the belief that we can't step out of formation. But the moment you dare to take that tiny opening, to trust your instincts, to pivot into possibility, to claim a little space, the road unclenches, the world expands, and you realize most limits are illusions we inherited from people who stopped looking for openings. But you saw one, and you moved. So the next time you're stuck in that rolling caravan of slow lanes, remember this. Life will sometimes lull you into moving with the crowd, but sooner or later, a moment will appear, small, quiet, unassuming, that invites you to reclaim your momentum. And when you take it, you might just find the whole road opening up before you. Drive safe, live awake, and may you always find the courage to change lanes when the world grows sleepy.